Yo, it's the community hour with your boy Wow. Y'all tune in, man. Smashcast Radio. You know, I just got a couple of things on my mind I like to get out to the people, man. We talking about that mayoral race that's going on in the city of Chicago, man. And one of the candidates, Jesus. No, my bad. I don't even know why I just called the man Jesus, man. It's Jesus Chuy Garcia. He just received an endorsement from one of the candidates that was in the primary race, Willie Wilson. So it's like, if you know anything about politics, when he go endorse, I mean, hopefully his voters that voted for him in the original race and he didn't make it, switch their votes over to Chuy. You know what I mean? And there's a lot going on with that because it seems like a lot of people, well, first of all, this is the first in history that we having a runoff in Chicago. If you don't know the history of it, it's usually either the incumbent or whoever going against the incumbent, they just take it all away. But because Rahm Emanuel did not get the majority vote, which is 50+1, he didn't get that percentage. He got to go one-on-one against Chuy, and it looked like Chuy got a lot of people backing him. I'm hearing from a lot of different aspects and people. They saying that his race is actually looking like the old Harold Washington race. If you ever, you know, we had the mayor, may rest in peace. Harold Washington was the first black mayor of the city of Chicago, and when he came in, he defeated Jane Byrne, if I'm not mistaken. And a lot of people was they were kind of shocked because he was born and raised in Chicago. You know, he was Chicagoan, and they couldn't believe that he was going to do it. And plus, he was the first black. But not just only that, he had a momentum that was behind him. He had the people falling behind him. And that's what you really need to, from what I'm noticing in politics, you need the people behind you to get the vote. And that just showed you right there against Rahm Emanuel this past February. So it's gonna be a real good race. I can't wait to see the outcome. I'm gonna be out there in the streets, man, making sure that I go get my vote out. I'm not telling y'all who I'm voting for, but just know I'm saying, hey, Chuy, you take the red lights down, I got you, boy. Because I mean, if y'all know anything, he did just this past week say he was going if he was elected mayor, he was going to take down the red light cameras. So at the red light cameras are at the stops. There's supposed to be the stoplights in our city, and if you know anything about them, man, they made $70 million over the past year off these cameras. So for him to say he's going to take it down, that's a big step, because the whole thing about government and just business in general, if you take the money away, you got to show us how we going to make that money back up. So I haven't heard his points on how he going to make it up, but just that thought alone could pull in votes from a lot of people who been targeted with that light. And you know, with statistics behind it, they showed that their claim, the reason they put these lights down was for safety reasons. You know, people running the lights, having head-on collisions and stuff like that. But when they actually did reports, they said these lights actually caused more rear-end collisions. Yeah, this was reported by Chicago Tribune. So if y'all go check that out, man, y'all can see what I'm talking about. And so they said it's more rear-end collisions stop because, for the simple fact, people not trying to race that light. Now, on the other hand, your brother Rahm came back and said, well, all right, this is what I'm going to do then. I'm going to throw up them numbers. You know, the countdown numbers that we see on some of these street corners, they're going to throw that up so they give you enough time so you can know when the light going to change. And I'm saying this, why you ain't been to it? Why haven't you been done it? All right. I just want y'all to think about some of these things, man, and what's going on, man. In other news, though, man, another thing that I like to talk about and what's just going on in my mind is that SAE, Oklahoma University of Oklahoma, what's going on down there with that SAE, which is the fraternity that had those racial slurs, and the video went up. And if y'all saw the video, you know, my personal opinion, I'm not too shocked about it, but it is what it is, man. When you see stuff like that, they have officially shut down that fraternity down there, and everybody's been leaving. But it's a lot behind that because, you know, I don't want to just dwell on that part. I want to dwell on the other part. Now, you had a black athlete that he was recruited, and he committed himself to the football team down there. He decommitted himself. Right? Waka Flocka had a concert that was going on down there. He canceled his concert. And this is not the first year that he had the concert. He actually had a concert for these SAE guys a year before. And he said they made him feel like brothers and all that. He did a whole interview about it. And then I turned around and I catch this interview on this other show. I'm not going to even speak their name because I don't like to give people credit with no ignorance. And how they stated that they didn't even like the fact that Waka would say such a thing. His rap lyrics are demeaning and raunchy, and he has no right. No right? Who is them to tell him that he don't have no right to say that he did not like what they said? You know, and what I mean by they, I'm talking about the SAE guys who were recorded. And not just that, it was a Den Mother. If y'all saw the Den Mother, oh my God. They was playing the Trinidad James song in the background. I'm not laughing at it but it was just it's not shocking to me. That's the main thing I'm saying. It's not shocking that there's still people out here who think like that or who believe like that. But when when going into the Walker thing, what this show, you know, they tried to go dead at Walker and talk about what his rap lyrics is the cause of a lot of these words. And from what the history that I've studied on SAE, they were started like in the late 1800s, early 1900s when, you know, we still going through slavery. Oh, you know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken, fresh out of it. So they not really, you know, they wasn't rocking with us. So if you started from this in the way everybody on that camera sung that song, that makes you think this is y'all history, right? Okay, so we gonna say that if it is their history, that's what it was. So with that being said, why not take the credit then? Don't go behind doors and be like, oh, this is what we say, and then be like, no, we didn't say it. Everybody crying, and then mother, I'm sorry, I didn't know what you knew what you were saying. You knew what you were saying. But this is just my thoughts on it and all that. But also, they was trying to blame rap music, which has not been around for, about 40 years total? If I'm going to, you know what I mean? About 40 years, rap music has been recognized. So, and they're trying to say that was the cause of it. Come on, man. For real, though. For the use of the N-word or whatever y'all want to call it. I mean, let's be real. I want everybody to start opening up and waking their eyes to certain things like this. And I just want to commend Walker for standing up. You know, they always like to make fool of him on everything else. And, you know, they talked about when he was on BET, 160 Park and all that. But when you see this, you know, how has that played out in the, in the media? And, you know, with music and all that, I love music. And speaking of that, Blurred Lines. You know that song by Robin Thicke and Pharrell Williams and T.I.? Well, that lawsuit has been settled against them and Marvin Gaye's family and his estate. And they have been ordered to give $7.4 million over to, you know, Marvin Gaye's estate for that song. If y'all know anything about it, they said the song was stolen. Marvin Gaye estate say the song was stolen from his 1977 hit, Got to Give It Up. If y'all heard the hit and then y'all listen to Blurred Lines, in my opinion, I'm going to give you my opinion, it's the same song. He just jazzed it up some, and it's strange that they act like they didn't want to pay it. And they made so much off of the song. Like, they made over $16 million. The company made over $16 million. I'm going to give you the facts right. The company made over $16 million. Robin Thicke made $5.6 million. Pharrell Williams made $5.2 million. And T.I. made $700,000 on it. You know, off this song right here. Why not give back to the family that y'all took the song from? You know what I mean? And it gets to me that you get blatant and like the song made so much. They toured on this song. The record company made a lot, and you only giving them a portion of what y'all made, and y'all still gonna make more. Cause, you know, if you know anything about music and stuff like that, catalogs, songs are played when you play songs in radio, on videos, and TV, movies, commercials, you get paid for this. So it's always going to be some proceeds coming from this song for the next however long this song going to be out. It's not tarnished to me. I don't think it ever will be tarnished. But I want to commend the judge and all those the juries for actually giving that money on over. Because a lot of artists have been screwed like that in the past. You know, if I'm not mistaken, was it the Rolling Stones who did the Isley Brothers like that? Yeah. Y'all go check your history, man, and see how long this has been going on, man. And check the music. I mean, it's always good to pay homage and respect to the people because you say that's your influence and that influenced you in the music. But to blatantly steal and don't give back, Why make so much and don't get back? You ought to get bit in your ass. That's just my opinion, man. Y'all listening to the boy, wow, man, it's Community Hour. I'm just giving y'all the best of the best. Y'all make sure y'all hit me up all the time. I'm here on Spreaker.com and Smash Cash Radio, Smash Cash ENT. I'm your boy. You're going to tune in. If you ain't tuned in, you're going to tune out, man. Peace.